but still stuck with money?
Let's be real. The best time to get your money right was yesterday. The next best time is today. I know, I get it. I've been there. Credit card debt, bills piling up, and not taking those calls. I was making good money, but still living paycheck to paycheck. I didn't know what I didn't know. I was embarrassed and I was ashamed. Can you relate? But I have good news. You can take action today. It's not too late. Hi, I'm Dignity Coach MarieYolaine, and I am here to empower you to reclaim dignity in your finances. Beyond my wildest imagination, never would I have thought that I would be where I am financially, more importantly, spiritually, from simply wanting to get my finances in order. You've taught me so many things and continue to push me to grow. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. This was a text sent to me by a client who started with me in July in my 4 Keys to Master Your Money Without a Budget You Hate workshop. He went on to take the Financial Liberation Bootcamp and then join the Focus Fire community. Facing his finances and creating a new money story changed his life. He's well on his way to being different by December. So my question for you is this your wildest imagination? To get your finances in order, to heal your relationship with money, and grow spiritually and in other areas of your life? Hi, welcome to the Dignity and Dollars podcast, where we are reclaiming dignity in our finances and healing our relationship with money to design and live the life we desire and deserve. I'm Financial Dignity Coach MarieYolaine, and I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're talking about breaking free from debt without shame. If debt has ever made you feel embarrassed, scared, behind, or stuck, this conversation is for you. I want to start here. Debt is not a character flaw. Debt is not proof that you are lazy. Debt is not proof that you are bad with money. And debt is not proof that you cannot change. Today, we're talking about why debt does not define you, the emotional weight debt can carry, and how to move from shame to strategy. And if this message is helping you even now, share this live with someone who needs it. Tell them, I'm on this Dignity and Dollars live. You need to get on here. So, as I was saying before, debt is not a character flaw. A lot of people think debt means they failed. They think, I should have known better. I should know better now. I should have known better then. I should be farther along. I messed up too much. I cannot fix this now. It's too late. But debt is a situation. It's a moment in time. It is not you. It is something you go through. It is not your identity. Sometimes debt comes from survival. Sometimes it came from an emergency or multiple emergencies back to back. Sometimes it came from not being taught. Sometimes it came from trying to hold too much together at once. You may need a plan, but you do not need shame. Because shame does not pay debt down. Shame does not build a budget. Shame does not help you to breathe. If anything, we hold our breath, waiting for the other shoe to fall. And shame absolutely positively does not give you peace. Let's look at 3 simple truths and some stats you need to know. The National Endowment for Financial Education found that 8 out of 10 Americans feel financial stress or felt financial stress heading into 2026. And we're already in Q2. That means a lot of us have been struggling for over 3 months and being stressed out and suffering. So if money feels heavy to you, you're not alone. And in this current economy, where there are wars and rumors of wars and multiple conflicts going on, and the price of gas, $4 in some places, and in some places, $8. People can't buy milk, eggs, cheese, the basic staples. They're concerned about how they're going to pay for their kids, for daycare, and God help them if they are in private school. And thinking about, are we able to go to vacation this year? Are we able to go to the movies this year? You're not alone. Even if you are a single person, is my paycheck really going to be able to take care of everything? Me going to the gym, paying my rent, food, my phone? We're spending much more time worrying than we are living right now. But it doesn't have to be that way. Here's another stat. Bankrate found that 46% of credit card holders carry debt from month to month. Why is that? Because there used to be a time where folks tried to pay it down or pay it off. But because things are happening back to back, often folks don't have a choice but to carry it over. And carrying it over usually also results in increased fees and finance charges. So if you're carrying debt, this is more common than many people think. For me, it took me years to master paying off my credit card in full. I thought they were helping me by telling me I could pay over time until I did the math. And when I did the math, the $100 thing that I bought that I could pay $10 every month, well, the majority of that was going to interest, and maybe $1 or $2 was going to the actual principal, to the actual $100. So by the time I finished paying for this thing, I'd already bought it 3 times over. So I actually ended up paying like $300 for a $100 thing. But that's what they don't want you to see, and that's what they don't want you to know. They don't want you to do the math because they want you to feel quick comfort in that moment where you're like, oh, I can pay it off later. There is a cost to pay it off later. That's why in life, we pay at the front end and we pay at the back end. The only difference is at the back end, we pay more. But when you have a plan and you put that plan in place and you work towards it, not overnight, if that is your goal to pay off your credit card every month, you can create a plan for that. I teach this in my 4 keys to master your money without a budget you hate and in the Financial Liberation Bootcamp. You need the right tools. You can't build a house with a fork, knife, and a spoon. They are tools for eating. They are not tools for building a house. Much the same way, guilt, shame, and avoidance do not build wealth and good credit. A shame-free spending flow, however, which is my version of a budget that you don't hate, and a plan to become debt-free, do help you to have the tools, the resources you need to build a plan that works for you. Because not one size fits all. Your situation could be different from somebody else's situation. And that's why having a personalized plan is important, because that helps us to stick to it because it's for us, by us. Bankrate also found that 64% of people with credit card debt have delayed or avoided financial decisions because of that debt. Hey, Linda Sam, I see you there. Thank you for hopping on. I appreciate you, as always. As I was saying, the avoidance or as we call it, the ostrich syndrome, right? Where you just stick your head in the sand. It is cold comfort. Avoidance feels good in the moment, but you know in the back of your mind, you're going to have to deal with this at some point. You haven't stopped the thing. You've just delayed the thing. And what we work on in this community is not just stopping the thing, but creating a whole other thing that works for you. So that shows that how debt can affect more than your wallet. It can affect your confidence, your health, your well-being, especially your mental health. It can also impact your physical health because stress leads to pain in the body, acid reflux, headaches, backaches. All of those things are your body trying to tell you, I can't continue like this. We've got to do something. I can only protect you and contain so much of this. We need to find a way to get this out and create a healthier environment for me. That is what your body is trying to tell you. Trust me, I know this. And when I listen, things got better. This is why we need both strategy and healing. So let's just talk about debt. Yay. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate your comment. That's awesome. Debt can feel like pressure all day long. It can sound like, I don't want to look at it. I feel ashamed every time I think about money. I keep putting it off. I feel like I ruined everything. But avoiding it usually makes it feel bigger. So now there's the tightness in your chest. Every time you think of, I got to deal with it. I'll do it tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes and it's like, I'll do it tomorrow. But in the back of your mind, you know, I made the wrong decision. It's just getting bigger and more stressful. Not because you're weak, but because fear grows in silence. One of the things that shame and guilt and fear does is it makes us cower into a corner. It makes us feel like everyone else has their money together. We're the only one. And I can't ask somebody for help because they're going to be like, girl, how do you not have your money together? But hey, fun fact, most people who you think have their money together don't. Most people think that people have their money together because of the nice car they drive or the nice house they live in or the nice clothes they wear. Lies. Lies. For many years, I was buying clothes I couldn't afford to go to the places I was never going, to see the people I was never going to meet, or who don't even know or care about me or like me. This is what keeping up with the Joneses will do for you. And then we get into a cycle of this. And then it gets worse because then, let's say we get married and we have kids and we didn't deal with this. And we can tell ourselves, I'm not going to tell them about money. I'm not going to include them in the things that are going on in my life. Newsflash, kids are much smarter than us. When they come here, they are geniuses because they know a lie from the truth immediately. This is why they are parrots. They listen and then they repeat back what you said. And they believe what you do, not what you say. So if it wasn't normal in your family to have money, to save money, to invest money, to give money, you can change that in your generation and in going forward. You can normalize that. You can change it from make money, spend money, be in debt, be in fear and shame, to make money, save money, invest money, give money, then spend money. And normalize it. Because if you do that, your children will not know anything that was happening in your generation or the generation before you. They will only know what you show them. And when you address your relationship with money and you choose to heal it, this is one of the greatest benefits that you can have, not just for you, but for your partner, for your children, for your family, for your community. This is the impact you can make. And this is why healing your relationship with money matters. You get to make room to tell the truth without attacking yourself, without judging yourself. You get to be able to say, yes, this is hard, but I can do it. I will get help. I will take classes. I will get in communities. I will get around people that have achieved the thing I want to achieve. You know the old saying, if you're the smartest one in your group, you need a new group. You can say, yes, I am carrying debt, but now I understand good debt from bad debt. Now I know that I want to create a plan to decrease and eliminate my debt. You can say, yes, I want this to change. And I can still only take one step, and I'm ready to take that step. That is power. Because when you do that, you start to take the air out of the balloon and your chest starts to loosen. Because the most terrifying thing to what is holding you is you telling the truth. So the moment that you say, I don't know what I'm doing, nobody ever taught me about money. I forgive my parents. I forgive my husband. I forgive my wife. I forgive anybody I trusted with money who didn't use it correctly. I forgive myself for all of the money mistakes and money decisions I made that did not go right. I forgive myself, and I thank you, God, because I know that you already forgive me, because you would want me to know how to use money, how to save money, how to invest money. I know that all your plans for me are for good, not to harm me, but to prosper me. Once you start saying that to yourself, it starts to change your mind. Neuroscience has proved this. So you can start today. This is the power that you have, the words that come out your mouth. You do not need to fix all your debt today. You need a place to begin. And this is the place. Start simple. Here's some examples that I want to share with you that you can start today. Write down what you owe. List the balances. And here's the truth. You may not even know all the things that you owe. I had one client, it wasn't until after she listed every single thing in the debt-free chart that she knew how many credit cards that she had. She knew the interest rate for every credit card. She knew the balance for every credit card. She knew the minimum payment for every credit card. And from there, she was able to create a plan to pay off the low-hanging fruit first and then double up to start to pay the higher ones. Another client did the same thing, and now he has already zeroed out 5 cards, and his goal is to zero out 5 more by the end of June. You see how that changes? You see how it changes when we start to use different language? Instead of saying, I have to do this, and I need to do that, and I got to do this. No, I get to create this shame-free spending flow. I get to see how many credit cards I have. I get to create a debt-free plan. I get to be around people who are going through the same struggle, but also are determined to overcome their money trauma and start their own money story. That's what you get to do, right? So remove need, gotta, have to out of your vocabulary, and instead switch it with get, because then you get excited. So number 1, write down what you owe. And don't let the voices get you on it's got to be perfect piece of paper, perfect spreadsheet. I don't care if you write it on a napkin. Just grab a piece of paper and a pencil, or open up a sheet in your computer. That's it. And you're good to go. I wanted to show this comment from Miss Linda Sam. I appreciate you, Linda. I really do. I know where you were back in the summer, my goodness, the summer of last year, and where you are now. And you have exceeded, I know, my expectations, and I think yours too. So thank you. I may know my stuff, but you're the one who employed it. So thank you for that. Here's another one. Look at the interest rates. Just look at them. You may not be ready to write them down or talk about them or anything, but look at them. Then choose one. Choose one debt to focus on first, because you may feel overwhelmed after you write everything down and after you see that maybe it is way more than you thought. So, okay, if that is the case, we're just going to back it up. And we're going to choose one. And from that one, we'll choose another one. And after we handle that one, we'll choose another one. And then you'll look up and you'll be debt free. I know this is not just possible, I've done it multiple times. Once you find that one, think about making one extra payment. If it was $25 a month, do $50. That will give you the momentum you need to go forward. Stop ignoring the numbers. Stop ignoring them because it's not helping you. There are clients I have who say, I don't want to look at it because, it'll make me suffer. Newsflash, you are suffering already, right now. This is the opportunity that you get to shift your mindset. This is the benefit of these suggestions I've given you of write down what you owe, list the balances, look at the interest rates, choose one debt to focus on, make one extra payment, stop ignoring the numbers. Because while you do that, your mindset is going to shift. It's like exercising. You may say, man, I'm going to the gym. I've been going for a while. I don't see anything. But one day you put on a pair of pants. You're like, uh-oh, wait a minute. It's a little loose right here. And that's when you see and you notice, oh my gosh, what I'm doing is working. And that encourages you to keep going. So instead of saying, I am terrible with money, say, I am learning how to face this. Instead of saying, I will never get out of debt, say, I can make one move today to get out of debt. Instead of saying, I am ashamed, say, I am telling the truth and that matters to me. Make it your daily affirmation to say, I am deserving of abundance and wealth. I'm going to say it again. I am deserving of abundance and wealth because you are. This is how you break generational cycles. Because the generation before you was saying, this family never had no money. What do you think? Money grows on trees? You got McDonald's money? And they said it to you. And then you've been repeating it for decades. And when we do that, we create, we manifest, because we're saying that out loud. We're creating that reality. And you have the power to either listen to your lower self or your higher self. And trust me when I tell you, your higher self is saying, I am deserving of abundance and wealth. So join your higher self. This is how you begin to break free. Free your mind. The rest will follow. Here are 3 simple actions you can take this week. Action 1, tell the truth about the debt to yourself. And for bonus points, tell one other person that you trust, who you know will not hold you in judgment, but will be so happy you're telling the truth to yourself that they will encourage you, they'll pray for you, they'll stand in the gap for you, they'll check in on you, they'll be your accountability partner. Tell the truth about your debt to yourself. Bonus, tell one other person. Write down what you owe. No judgment, just truth. Because haven't we been lying to ourselves for long enough? The truth, I'm telling you, tastes different than the lies. So you'll know the difference and you'll start liking how the truth feels, tastes, smells, everything. And the more you tell it, the less power the lie has over you. Start today. Pick one debt, just one, and take a step towards it. Call about it, List it, review it, or pay it. Choose one. Today might be the call day. Tomorrow it might be review it. Day after it might be pay it or negotiate something with the debtor. Number 3, replace shame with a plan. Shame hates it when you think. Shame hates it when you stop feeling bad and start taking action towards that which gives you shame. It hates it. The moment you start creating a plan and then you start executing with urgency, well, there's no room for shame. It has to go. A plan can be small. It just needs to be real. And use a pencil. For those of you who know what a pencil is, if you don't, ask your neighbor. Use a pencil with an eraser or draft on your laptop because it'll change over time, and that is okay. That's real life. I hope you will take at least one of these. And if you do, just go to @FocusFireLife on IG or @FocusFire on Facebook and let me know that you chose one of these things and let me know how it's going for you. I'm interested to know what's working. Number 1. Number 2, you'll never know who you'll be encouraging by saying, hey, I looked at my credit card statement today. Hey, I paid down one debt. As I think it was Marian Wright Edelman who said that when you let your light shine, you unconsciously give others the permission to do the same. So if you want to stay in the loop, and I'm going to share something special that is going on, you just need to go to focusfire.life/contact or just scroll to the bottom and sign up for the newsletter and our mailing list. You'll be the first to know. So I want to invite you to join us for Different by December, coming June 2026. This experience is designed for women who feel the first half of the year did not go as planned, but who are ready to stop surviving and start being more intentional, who want clarity across more than one area of their life, and who are committed to showing up differently before the year ends. And I've said this before. If you think December 31st at 11:59 and 59 seconds, some kind of magic fairy dust is going to come out the sky and you're going to lose the weight, get your money right, relationships will be fixed, mental health is, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. It'll be just another day. And it'll either be a day where you made these unrealistic expectations of yourself, and then by January 3rd, you're like, well, the year's a wash. No, you don't have to do that. You can do it step by step, little by little. The sparrow builds her house, and you can be that sparrow. Attendees range from entrepreneurs, professionals, to community leaders, all united by a desire for growth, accountability, and real change. We'll go through guided journaling, Pilates, breath work, vision casting, and a full vision board session. You'll leave with clarity, a renewed focus, and a personal plan for the second half of the year. Who doesn't want that? You want that. And you know I'm talking to you. This event draws women, and I will say men too. I don't want y'all to feel left out. You are more than welcome to come, who are high achieving, intentional, and ready to invest in your growth. That is not gender specific, y'all. Investing in your growth spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, and financially. Those are the 5 areas that we're going to cover. So come, reset your spirit, reclaim your soul, realign your body. Step into your next season with clarity, purpose, and momentum. I encourage you, visit focusfire.life. Just scroll to the bottom, put your name in, get on the mailing list, and you'll be the first to know for information about Different by December. You'll be the first to know about the next 4 keys to master your money without a budget you hate. You'll be the first to know about our next Dignity in Dollars podcast. Come on. And there's other resources and other goodies. What's not to like? So as it is springtime here and I'm looking out my window and I see all the buds now, this tree was brown and now it's turning green. Let's bloom with them. Let's bloom with them. Thank you so much for being here with me today on the Dignity in Dollars podcast. If this message has helped you, share this live. Tag someone who needs the encouragement. Follow at Focus Fire Life on IG or at Focus Fire on Facebook, and visit Focus Fire Life and sign up. Get on the mailing list. Stay in the loop for Different by December. Remember, debt is not your identity. Shame is not your strategy. You can start where you are. Listen to me. Receive this. You deserve healing. You deserve peace. You deserve financial liberation and freedom. What you desire, you deserve. You deserve. If no one told you today, I am telling you. What you desire, you deserve. See you next time.